All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel. So you guessed it, we're on this old Pontiac again. Last week was pretty exciting actually because we got this thing running. Run pretty good actually. So this video, I am going to get this ECU programmed for this car because I put it back in the duck truck so I can drive that thing, and we'll get this one programmed. And we know the car works, so once that thing's programmed, if we have any issues with this car starting and stuff, we know it's with the ECU. And then I did go ahead, you can see this baby's back on our wheels because I did go ahead and tidy up a couple little things, and I got some brakes a little bit. I'm going to bleed them again a little bit more to get better brakes. But I did have to fix a little leak on this one fitting here. Got that fixed. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, but anyways, because hopefully soon we can, I can't really drive it. Hopefully when we get this ECU tuned up here, I'll be able to move it around, but I can't like drive it down the highway because I got that, told you guys, I got that bent axle. So you guys notice that I do this a lot. I don't know what this really means. It's the way I don't know. Anyways, but what I have been doing, I'll show you guys. So I've been cutting up paper, taping it back together. We're getting a little pattern to make some little panels, and hopefully I can just transfer that over to here. I'm sure it'll be close enough that I can just modify it, but like I said, I'm gonna make a little panel. I'm gonna make a little panel there. I can point. So I got that. I'll finish that. I'm just about done that, but then I can transfer that to some aluminum. Now I'm gonna get some sort of a headliner. So I don't believe that I'll need anything for up there, but I'll definitely need something for up there. So I'll build a little piece there, and I'll something like this, show you guys, something like this with a little step in it to make it finish nice, and we'll get that done. And I'll have to build some trim across there to hold the roof liner, whatever we decide to do there. So this is time consuming, cutting these pieces, sticking them in there, doing what I got to do to get this little panel made. So we'll keep on trucking with that. For now, just keep doing this. And like I said, hopefully a little later, we'll be able to just see this thing driving under its own power. And that's going to be fun too. So yeah, anyways, I'll keep you guys updated. Okay, everyone, let me show you this quick because, anyways, this is what I come up with. So I got to make 2 of these. And here's the little piece for down below there. You can see there. So whip up 2 of each of those, and that should get me that. What I'm going to do quick, though, is I'm going to run to the store before they close. Because I think what I'm going to try to do, because when that seat, when that seat was in there, I kind of marked generously. I think the seat was up here somewhere, but I did kind of mark what you would see of this tub with the seat in there. So again, this is generous. This is so if it gets squished down, you'll still, you know, so, but what I think I'm going to try to do is get a chunk of this carpet. And I think I'm going to go try gluing it to that, and then the little portion that you'll see, and then of course my trim pieces will cover it. But the little portion that you'll see, I think will look good. I don't know. We'll try that anyways. So what I'm going to do before the store closes, I'm going to jump in the old duck truck. I'm going to rip the store, see if I can get some spray adhesive. I used to have some, but I think you used it up. So yeah, that stuff's usually pretty durable and good. So I'll get some of that and see if I can glue a chunk on there that when I get these done, be able to install it, see how it finishes. The other thing I might do too is, you can see I kind of marked here. Now, I think I should put provision, because I never really discussed or anything, but a radio or a bit of a stereo. I mean, a guy can always just fill the trunk with stereo equipment, but maybe in these panels, I might put provisions for some little round speakers. I might, anyways, this is where these marks are where where the structure of the car is. So this spot here, somewhere here, get a little 4-inch, could probably fit a 6-inch. This is 4 inches, I measured. Right? So yeah, that's just a smidge over. Probably fit a 6-inch one in there too. I just got to figure out, as long as it's not too deep. But anyways, the person can always take that panel out after too and put something in there if need be. But that'd be a nice spot to have some little speakers At least that'll cover the back seat. And then the front, I was thinking, because what I did on this truck, I'll show you guys that actually. But the front, I was thinking a speaker behind the grill. That'd be kind of nice. And what I did on this truck, let me show you guys here. But yeah, you can see I put the head unit in the glove box, and it's just Bluetooth. That's all it is. I don't have radio on that truck either, just Bluetooth. So yeah, you don't need CD players and junk like that anymore. Just something that plays Bluetooth. So I might do something like that too, or at least have the option for that. And that's a good spot to put it that's out of sight and keeps it tidy. But need provision for the speakers. So I'll come up with something like that. Might put a little, get a little grill or something over that and make it look, I don't know, we'll see. But like I said, can always just tear this out later, pop this out later, and deal with it then. But anyways, first things first, before the store closes, let's dump into the jump truck, jump into the duck truck and rip and get some spray. Everyone for the buggy windshield, and I guess also the cracky windshield. I know I've been talking for a long time to get a new windshield for this old girl. Maybe this early this summer is the time. But if you guys watched the last video too, I'd mentioned, and I'll show you guys. Check this out. Look at that. Look at that. Woo! Anyways, yeah, I got that kit and finally and I calibrated the speedo, and it's in miles an hour, but it's I think it's good. I GPS'd it, and it's within a couple miles an hour, so pretty happy about that. Plus it's a cool speedo, the way it dials across instead of just whatever. But yeah, anyways, pretty excited about that. Another little thing I've been putting off for a long time. Finally got it fixed too. So these old trucks, you just keep tinkering with them. At least I do. I guess when you're not rich and you can't just buy everything you need at once. I guess you just make do with what you can. So, anyways, happy that's working. I made it back. I went with the Gorilla Glue, Gorilla Spray adhesive, and the reason I went with that is because that's all they had. So I don't know. I think Gorilla Glue is good. So I'll read the instructions carefully, and hopefully it does the job. I'm sure it will. They'll be kind of held down as well, but this will just keep them, real sturdy and good. So, anyways, I think it'll work, and because I got no choice right now. So, but I think it will. I'll catch up to you guys once I'm ready to do that, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut this out. I won't bore you cutting this out of aluminum, but I'll cut some pieces out, and hopefully we'll get some stuff installed. I will bead roll them a little bit. I'll show you guys as well, just so that they kind of match the doors and stuff. Just keeps the theme going. And there'll be guess what, there'll be some hardware involved. So anyways, it's all fun. Okay everyone, I'm back out in the garage here again, and I'm still working on these panels. Getting close though, but I'll show you guys. So there's one. That's the little panel that'll go up the side, and I got the two kind of in there. I want to show you quick, just quick though, because I want to show you with the seat. It'll look way better with the seat. So anyways, there we go. Oh anyways. So the other thing I did too is I almost forgot. Well, I didn't forget, but I just thought I'd do it at the same time. So up there on the back, I'm going to build a plate for up in there, and I'm going to bead roll it a bit to match, so it all matches. So like I said, kind of similar to that, right? So I cut this piece out. This will work. I just have to cut the slight curve into it, and then I can give a bead roll to that, and it'll be kind of simple and quick. So I'll get that all whipped up, and then I'll get that other panels in, and then I'll set the seat in there, and we'll take a look at it, because I think it's going to look pretty sharp. The seat, I'll show you guys that too. You've probably seen from before, but see how it's so tall and it kind of contours. It just covers so much stuff. So even them humps, there's just going to be a little bit of the hump showing, the wheel humps, right? So the seat kind of covers a lot. It really tidies it up. What it doesn't cover though is, if you can kind of see here, so assuming the back is here, it doesn't cover where that whole panel is. And then the window's up here, the whole panel. It doesn't cover that. So that's why that panel looked real sharp there up against those seats. So anyways, let's get these. I'll get these finally whipped up. This one's almost done. I just got to get it installed. I got to put the little carpety portion. Then I do have to figure out a headliner of sorts, and then there'll be just a little more trim. The end to all the hardware is near. So anyways, pretty happy how it's turning out. We'll get that done and I'll show you guys. Okay, everyone, still working on this car, and I thought I better catch you up on what's going on here because I went ahead and make the for inside the back window, behind the seat back window. So anyways, thought I better catch you up because there's that little fella there, and I'm catching up because shoot, turns out I got a lot of time into that little guy, but it's okay. It just ended up working on it for quite a while. So that'll go right up on top of the ledge there, and then once that seat's in, the seat will be just a smidge higher, and it'll just really, well, the seat will hide the front edge, and then you'll see it if you're in the back, and you'll see it through the back window. Anyways, that'll really just finish that off. So I am going to go ahead and get all this stuff installed, and then I'll give you guys a really good look at it because I'm pretty happy how it's turning out pretty soon. Alrighty, once I got all the stuff built and a little bit of installed, but I do have to change the oil in the old duck truck. So I'll be doing that for a little bit here, but and then I'll get that stuff fully installed. I want to kind of install it all so that I can show you guys, because kind of like the reveal, right? But anyways, also, you guys want to see something cool? Check it out. Okay, so you can see I'm changing the oil on the old girl here. I am gonna just got to do some stuff with the tires. I got to flip them around a little, rotate them a bit, and just do some. I'm gonna just check it over, do some general maintenance. I kind of beat on this old truck, so that's all good. But nice to get a good oils change, get some fresh oil, check out some stuff, make sure we're doing okay. But I also did go ahead, so I want to show you guys here. There we are. Just pretty happy with it. I am going to do a little something else. I don't love the carpet there. It seems to be okay, but it's got like the wrinkle and stuff. So I got to do something with that. I'm going to pull that out and do something different, but super happy. I think it looks real good. There we go. Like I said, super happy. I was just talking to Barbie about it, and she thinks she has some vinyl or something we can stick there, but I want to show you guys this too. Looks good. We'll go look at it in the back window. Happy with that. Yeah, you can kind of see there. Maybe not my dirty windows. But yeah, super happy with that. Really like how that turned out. So yeah, so we're getting close. We don't have a ton more to do on this old car. We got to drive it in and out of the shop, and it moves around, drives itself, so that's good. That's always exciting, and makes it handy, of course, for things like this. Anyways, that's it. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we're going to have this car done very soon, and I'll be working on this cab over because I'd like to drive that. I'd like to see this thing rolling around under its own power this summer at some point too. So please hang in there, and we'll get some projects done and keep rolling. See you guys next time.